Hey, LST family. Nice to see you here at this virtual banquet. It's always great to get together with our friends, and because you're not virtual friends, you're real friends, and that's what we love and have for many years. You know, if you live long enough, you get to see things come around in full circle. And recently, we've been blessed to be able to see just exactly one of those things that I wanted to share with you today at this banquet. You remember that LST started in Germany, really during the time that Sherry Lee and I were there as missionaries. We started looking for better ways to use Americans who were coming over to work with us. And while we were there, we kind of explored the idea of English, but nothing really came of it until we came back to the States in 1979. And by 1981, we were ready to take the first team over to do what has now become Let's Start Talking. And we did that in two German cities. We did it in Braunschweig and in Bremen. Well, here we are, 2016, and we're at a conference for refugees in Athens, Greece, Scott Lambert and I. And a Romanian brother comes up to us and says, "Have you ever thought about doing Let's Start Talking in German?" Well, I have to admit that I really had not ever thought about that. But we started exploring that possibility with him and asking him, why would you want to do it in German in Romania? And he said, well, we have so much contact with Germany through business. We have a lot of people who go to Germany to the university. We have a lot of traffic between Romania and Germany, and so there is a great deal of interest. We've had people asking at our Let's Start Talking projects in English whether we would ever offer it in other languages. So what did we need to do then? Well, we prayed about it and thought this is a great opportunity for several reasons. One, it would encourage the local European Christians in German churches to be evangelistic, to reach out and to share the good news. And it would reach a whole new audience in Romania that this particular congregation in Timisoara had not been able to reach. And so we said, let's try it. First thing we did was translate our Luke workbook into German. So now, as you can see, we have the Lucas workbook, not just the Luke workbook. And then once we got that ready, then we recruited our first team to come mostly from the Cologne church, where we have been working since the very beginning of Let's Start Talking. And so this is that full circle effect when those who have received in the past now become those who pass it forward, who take it further and go on to share their faith with others. We had two Germans from the Cologne congregation, and then we had a German American from the Stuttgart church. They joined together, and in March of 2017, they went on the first LST Deutsch project in Romania. I'm happy to report to you that the 2 weeks they spent there were just wonderful. They had 35 readers who came, at least 35. And 25 of those came for German, 10 came for English, and some of them did both English and German. So these were people, I met some students at the university in Romania who were coming to improve their German because they were going to go on to medical school in Germany and they wanted to improve their German. There were others who were involved in businesses that had transactions with German companies, and they were hoping to make more sales, do better business with the German companies because of improving their German. So for all of the same reasons that people come to us to improve their English, we were having a good number of people come to us in Romania in order to improve their German. So not only, as you remember, did we help them with their German, but this team too went through all the same training that our regular teams do who go and do LST English in order to share their faith with people, which is what we're really about. And so we were able not only to share with these future doctors and these future business people who are doing, who are influential people in their fields, not only were we able to help them with their German, give them something they wanted, but we were able to share Jesus with them as well from the book of Lucas, the Lucas Evangelium in German, just exactly the same way that it always works in English. So the Germans who were first to receive the blessing from LST are now passing it forward to others. I'm delighted to tell you that in just a few days, actually, on the 23rd of September, we have the second LST Deutsch team going back to the same city to Timisoara, Romania, in order to do the second project there. And I can also tell you that we have another Romanian city who has heard about the success of the first one, who now would also like to have a German team come. So what began as just an idea from one of our Romanian Christians has now grown into something that we are just delighted to be a part of in Let's Start Talking. You know, your faithful and continual contributions in prayer, in fellowship, in going, but also in supporting the ministry are what are making these new cutting edge developments possible with Let's Start Talking. We couldn't have translated the workbook into German without your help. We couldn't have sent these German Christians without your help. And so all I can really say is, once more, as we have said over and over again over the last 36 years of our history with you, is to thank you. Thank you so much for the love of Jesus that you have in your heart that motivates you to support and pray for this ministry. Enjoy the virtual banquet. I can see you on another channel if you want, where we talk about refugees. Goodbye.